Hey guys, it's Ashley with Pugs and Pearls, and today I am going to be doing a get ready with me video basically on a ton of new products that I've recently purchased. Some I may have hauled, maybe you've seen it in a recent haul of mine, or maybe you haven't. And anything from brushes to different types of cosmetics. So I got a sample set of a Smashbox concealer and foundation. This is their Studio Skin, and it's their 15-hour wear for foundation and 24-hour wear for concealing. The word just left my brain. So I am going to try the lightest shade in the packet, which is 1.1, and then this one, which is I think in Fair. So we're gonna try these out, and I've also gotten a ton of new BH Cosmetics products and a few of their new brushes, or brushes that, I think this is their new vegan powder brush. And then this is their number 12. I think this is just a crease brush. So I'm going to use that. Again, more products from them, a new lip I have. And then I'm also going to be using some new brushes from Spectrum Cosmetics. These are their, I think it's called Smoky Siren or Siren Smoke. It's kind of a cool concept. I think these are really, really pretty. They have really cool like oil slick barrels or ferrules. And so I'm going to use some of these today. I also got from Spectrum this gorgeous Glam Clam, which is adorable. It opens up like this, and it has brushes on either side, and it has nice little slots for them. So I've got a couple of different brushes I may use from the Glam Clam, and we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So if you want to see what it all turns out like, just stay tuned. So first up, guys, is moisturizer, and I'm using the Ole Henriksen Sheer Transformation. This is a really nice moisturizer that I got in my Sephora Play Box, I believe, and it does a really good job of just sinking into the skin and being really moisturizing. So I'm going to blend that in. And then for primer, we're taking the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I really, really like this. I'm doing a full pump on my finger, and you can see it's kind of like a pearly beige color. It does a really good job of just giving you slight illumination through your foundation, giving you a really, really pretty but natural glow without looking greasy at all. And then for lip primer, I always take my Kate Rimmel Lip Balm. This is in the shade 01 Clear. It does a really good job of prepping your lips. And then for eye primer, we're taking this BH Cosmetics Smooth Canvas Long Wear Shadow Primer in the shade Malt. This was my first time trying it, and it reminds me very much of MAC's Paint Pot in Painterly. So I'm going to be applying it with my BH Cosmetics 120 brush. This is kind of a flat top kabuki, and just to kind of keep things clean, I wanted to use brushes instead of using my finger. So I'm just going to be patting that onto my lid, and it did a good job of concealing some of my veins. And then for eyebrow liner, we're going to be taking an e.l.f. product, and I'll have to leave the name of it below because I can't remember. I think it's the Instant Eyebrow Lift, and I'm just taking really short motions, running that through my eyebrows, and then taking a spoolie. And then we're taking the Essence Give Me Brow in the Soft Brownie Brows shade. This is amazing. I love this product. It's a tint, it's a hold, and it's also a filler, so it does a really good job of helping to kind of even everything out. And then I'm taking another product I got in my Sephora Play Box. This is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and this stuff basically just slicked everything down, and it does make your eyebrows crunchy. That's the only thing I don't like. Then we're taking the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation and Concealer. So we're going to start out with the foundation. This is the AC5 1.1. And so I think this is the lightest shade they have, or some of the lightest. And I'm just going to be dotting this on my face. And as you can tell, there's really not a lot of foundation in this little sample size, so I'm a little disappointed. I ended up going into the medium shade, as you see that I'm putting on my face now, just to get enough on. Then I'm going to be taking my flat top kabuki brush from Spectrum. It was really nice and soft, and I thought it did a decent job of blending everything out. And as you can see, I'm just kind of massaging that in. I kind of sped it up a little bit. But again, I really didn't get enough of the foundation product to give it, I think, a fair review, because to me, I could not get this up to full coverage. As you can see, it's still really medium at this point. So I added in some more of that medium shade just to attempt to get some more coverage. And it did give me a little bit, but as you can see, we're still at medium to light coverage. So I went ahead and moved on to concealer, and I'm going to be using the Spectrum kind of small flat top kabuki. I'm just dotting this underneath my eyes, and I was really impressed with this. I thought it did a great job of covering up my dark circles. It was light, it was creamy, and this did not crease on me throughout the day, so I was really impressed with it. I definitely would consider purchasing it. And then I also kind of started doing it down my nose and also focusing on some of the red spots on my chin, so I really had fun kind of concealing with it, and I really enjoyed the results. I'm really happy with this product, so it was fun to try. Now moving on to our BH Cosmetics palette. This is the Bronze Paradise palette, and I really think it's pretty. We're going to take that top left shade, which is kind of a beige shimmer, and we're taking the Spectrum A06 flat shader brush, and I'm just going to be patting this all over the lid and up to my brow bone, and same thing on the other eye, just making a nice kind of canvas for us to start with. Then we're taking the small, or this is the regular size Spectrum crease brush, and we're taking this kind of matte peachy shade, and we're going to start this in the crease to kind of begin our transition. So I'm just going to start in the outer corner, and I'm going to kind of blend in halfway, and then do the same thing on the other eye, and you can start to see the color build up just slightly. Then we're going in with the A12 from Spectrum. This is a smaller crease brush, and we're taking this dark or medium matte brown shade. I'm going to again focus this in the outer corner and start to go halfway into the crease with this. Just kind of again building up our outer color to give us some dimension with this look. Then I'm taking another Spectrum brush. This is their flat angled brush, and we're going in with this really pretty, to me, kind of like orangey, bronzy shade. I think it's a really pretty sunset to me color, that's what I want to call it. And so I just kind of packed it on. I focused it in the middle of the lid and then sent it to the outer corner. And the same thing, just middle of the lid and then kind of drifting it to the outer corner. And it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. Then we're going to go in with this really pretty gold shimmer shade. I'm going to take this on my brush and then kind of focus this on the inner corner and then move to the center. So again, we're going to kind of go for like a sunset bronze look, and I really, really like the colors in this palette. The colors worked really well. They were nice and creamy. Now we're going to take another Spectrum crease brush, and I'm just going to go in with a darker brown shade. I don't think I showed you, but it's just one of those darker brown shades in the palette. It was also a shimmer shade, and I'm just going to focus that in the outer corners. And I felt like I lost some of that kind of orange color, so I went back in with my finger. And then to blend everything together, we're taking the 12 crease brush from BH Cosmetics. And again, I'm just going into that crease and blending everything out so that it looks smooth. And then for a pop of color, I thought I would take this really pretty turquoise color. We're taking this small angled liner from Spectrum Cosmetics, and I'm just going to be lining my lower lash line all the way from the outer corner into the crease. I just thought this would be a really pretty kind of pop of summer color. With this palette. It was just really, really gorgeous, and I wanted to incorporate it somehow. So again, I'm just being really careful as I line that lower lash line. And then I'm going to go in with this matte brown shade again, and I'm going to take the concealer brush from Spectrum. This is the A15, and I'm just going to take that brown shade and I'm kind of blend out that bottom edge of the blue shadow, just to again help it with transition and kind of put a little bit more brown in that outer corner, so it doesn't look too harsh. Then for powder, we're taking the BH Studio Pro. This is their matte pressed powder in the shade 215, and I'm taking this new vegan brush that I got. It's the V1 from BH Cosmetics, their powder brush. It's really, really big. It picked up the powder really nicely, and the powder was really fine, and it didn't go everywhere. It was a really nice concealed kind of powder, and it did a good job covering my entire face very quickly. Then for bronzer, I'm taking this BH Cosmetics Satin Bronzer. It's a natural finish in Tranquil Tan, and I'm using my e.l.f. blending brush. And I'm just going to focus this in the hollows of my cheeks. And as you can see, I'm going to build this up around the outer perimeters of my face, also under my chin and down my neck. Now this, being the lightest shade, was actually still quite dark, and I think it was a little orange for me. Then for highlight, we're taking this from the palette, this top right shade, and we're going to be using the blush brush that the Spectrum Cosmetics had. And I'm just going to pack this onto the tops of my cheeks. It's actually a really pink shimmer, and I really, really like it. Then for blush, we're taking the Tarte Exposed Amazonian Clay 12 Hour Blush. Again, going in with that same angled blush brush, and focusing this on the tops of my cheeks and just kind of trying to blend everything together. I know we have a really warm look with that bronzer, so I'm trying to kind of blend it all and make it a little bit more fluid. And then for black eyeliner, I'm taking my felt tip eyeliner pen. This is the Essence Waterproof in black, and I'm just very, very carefully lining that top lash line. I really like this liner. It's one that does wear all day, and it's pretty easy to apply. That is a very fine tip felt tip liner, and it does a really good job of, again, just getting in there and making a nice, really thin, small line, or you can build it up if you need to. And then for my bottom waterline, we're going to take this ColourPop Show Me Gel Liner. I think it's a really pretty kind of copper bronze shade and goes really well with this kind of sunset look. And again, I'm just going to pop that in the waterline, and it wears really well throughout the day. I really love these colors. And then for mascara, we're taking the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras that really give you a lot of volume, and it just looks really pretty, almost looks like you're wearing false lashes to me. I made a little accident here, but again, I do that with a really thick wand sometimes, so I just cleaned it up off camera. And then for my bottom lashes, I always use my Mega Length Wet n Wild mascara. It's just a really thin wand. It makes it really easy for me to get underneath and get those bottom lashes lengthened. And it works really, really well. And then for lip color, I'm taking this new Jordana Sweet Cream. This is their liquid lip color, and I found this recently in the drugstore. This is number 17, Vampy Vixen, and it's a really, really pretty dark red. So when I started putting it on, I thought it looked really, really patchy, but once it dried down, it actually dried down really evenly and wore really, really well throughout the day. So guys, that's the final look. Alright guys, this is the final look. I definitely think it is something a little bit out of my comfort zone. This is a beautiful color. I thought it was going to be darker, but it's actually more of a red berry, which is so pretty for like this transition into fall. And the eyeshadow is really nice. I got a pop of little turquoise blue on my lower lid, which I never do. Some of the products were good. Some of them I'm a little concerned on. I really liked the BH Cosmetics like setting primer for my eyelids. I think that worked really well. The bronzer might be a little bit too warm for me, a little bit orange. We'll have to see. It seems a little bit dark for me. But it's okay. The shadows are definitely soft and creamy. I do like the look I was able to create with kind of like, to me, like a sunset kind of on my eyes. And the BH Cosmetics powder is not powdery. It's actually a really nice consistency. It might be a little light for me, but it's not bad. And the foundation I was a bit disappointed in because the packets, that is not enough for your foundation. So like, I feel like it almost can't even give it a true representation, but the concealer, I really, really like the concealer. Now we'll have to see how it wears, and of course as I do this voiceover, you'll kind of hear my thoughts from throughout the day, but I really liked how soft and light and creamy it was, but it did a great job covering up underneath my eyes. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!